fire warden.
You can them.
Oh, maybe these guys?
Yeah. They're gonna meet a second time.
Yeah,
You're gonna make appointments with the
Your
board.
fire warden information, your fire department information, and a letter from the budget committee just to speak to them after,
Okay,
to schedule your appointment with them.
this is all new to me here.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna need some explanation on some of these.
Yep,
Equipment, went from $800 to $8,000.
yep. We need a
Oh,
lot,
you're all rolling everything? Okay.
we need a lot of PPE for the firefighters. And the reason for the 8,000 up there also is we can get, New Hampshire puts out a grant, 50/50 grant. If we spend up to $7,000, we'll get the $3,500 of that back. To start with on equipment. That's one of the reasons it's up there. 3,500 goes back, I guess, into the general fund.
It would go back to the general
General
fund,
fund.
I assume, yeah.
So really, it's almost half of that we'll get back from the state.
What's it for?
We need to get some more PPE, wildland shirts, the pants, and a portable pump for the forestry truck. I've got several prices on that. I'm looking at chaps for the firefighters. They aren't cheap. New chainsaw, which we need. It's all stuff that we need is for the trucks, for that truck anyways. New helmets, the helmets we've got are outdated. And we can get those through the state also at a cheaper rate.
So is there a reason they're on the fire warden budget instead of the fire department
Because
budget?
It's forestry department, I figured. That's why I put it under that. That's the reason I thought forestry was forestry under the fire warden budget.
Sounds like a reasonable separation.
That's why we're doing it that way. That's the reason for the 8,000, like I said, we can get 3,500 of that back for the equipment we need. That's it.
But is that guaranteed that
You get, I talked to Ranger, you're buying stuff like the pump, the PPE, the chaps and all that, 99% chance getting it back to us. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done this. I looked into the program. I gotta get the paperwork in November for next year's. So they can start appropriating how much money we might need for this down next year. We need a new house around a chainsaw, I've got prices from Jasperell, equipment, who does the town equipment, we'll get town price. Chapel,
Double tractor?
yeah,
What was the price on the chainsaw?
620 on.
Jesus Christ. Really? Go to Bill Tate.
Okay,
Cause we just bought one for the town highway department for,
3 or 4. What size was it? The 550 or the Rancher?
this is a rancher, cause you don't wanna be carrying a small,
No, no,
chainsaw.
no, I don't want to carry a huge saw, we don't want to carry a small saw.
No, it's a real rancher.
So we can get, this is the prices I got for the budget. We're gonna shop around, believe me.
Yeah, you go to Bill Tate to do it.
Okay.
Cause they do, that's one, and they do steel.
Steel ball.
Yeah, well, we don't want steel, we don't try to stick to one brand house, because that's everybody seems to be used to.
I don't use steel, you can use whatever you want,
Yeah.
but, no.
These are the prices I was going off of the budget. There's a place over in Rumley, Wentworth area, they never got back to me on price, and that's another big deal it is up there. I mean, like I said, for the PED and all that, we can get that stuff through the state at a lot cheaper price. They can do it on, sending out prices to all the big vendors, and we'd order it all through the state. Helmets are like $30 cheaper. You need 15 helmets. That's a big savings right there.
But do you really need 15 helmets?
We need, well, we got 19 firefighters.
And how many are gonna show up in one fire?
We've had up to 11 and 12 people show up.
you have a bunch of other helmets,
The old helmets that are all good.
you can still use them for fireworks and stuff.
Uh,
As long as you're not going in a building, you can use them.
For
That's what
forestry,
that's
for
what I was
forestry
told.
helmets, you gotta meet requirements. If somebody gets hurt with a tree lands on it, and the helmet's not up to date, we got a liability situation here. It's the same thing as if we're wearing forestry. You can't wear forestry stuff inside a burning building.
Yeah,
That's different. As far as wearing the other helmets, the firefighter, they're too heavy to walk out through the woods with. Then you gotta have the protection on your ears, and you gotta have goggles.
I'm just worried about how much stuff is gonna actually be used.
Depends upon the fire season.
Question.
Because if somebody gets hurt and they got the proper clothing on, then we're in a liability situation. And we're trying not to let anybody onto the fire line unless they got the proper equipment on. They haven't got the proper shoes, they've got the proper pants, proper shirt, helmet and all that. We have to turn them away. Otherwise we're gonna be in trouble.
Well, that sounds reasonable. And the helmet, your regular helmets,
No,
you can't use those in the forest?
You can, but they're very, very heavy,
Yeah,
and walking through the woods, you gotta get hung up on stuff. I mean, it's like anybody that's doing like timber stuff, you don't see them, you see them wearing, you know, like that style helmet versus, it's like a hard hat versus
Yeah.
wearing a full-blown firefighter hat and helmet.
so, and we haven't had any of these items.
we've got some that are outdated.
We've got some that are very, very old.
Okay.
And some of the ones that we've got, I mean, I know some of the ones that we have actually came from other departments. Like, there's some that we have that have come from Alexandria that gave us a few. We have a few that are over there, but they're ones that they had prior before they got new ones, so.
Right.
Outdated.
And do they get outdated, or does
Right.
that still keep us in a liability situation if we have outdated equipment and we're going to fight fires?
It's just like,
Something happens.
it's just like when I walked into the station, just kind of jumping a bit, and I saw the Scotty packs that were outdated.
Yeah.
That was a liability waiting to happen. First thing Chris and I did, we took them off the trucks.
Yeah, well, I remember
Remember
all that.
that.
That was a big deal.
We're just trying to get everything all up to date, so we don't have a liability situation, believe me. Last thing I want to do is make out the insurance papers. Like I said, we gotta make sure the people, they sign in and go on to a while then, but they have the proper equipment on. And not everybody in the town can afford a proper pair of boots for this type of thing. Like some of us have got our own. I've got mine, 'cause I've gone out west and
Like
stuff. but
asbestos boots or
Now, it's
resistant.
gotta have a vibrant bottom on them, like a logging boot.
Yeah,
Well, maybe we can get a few pairs of those to have all the ones that can afford it. The big thing is the pants and that type of stuff. Nobody can show us either one. We gotta send them
Yeah.
back out. I don't want anybody getting hurt. You know, the chainsaw chaps, we haven't got any on that truck.
no chaps on the
One
truck.
pair on engine two.
So if we go out on,
We have to make sure,
even anything that has to do with that, we have to pull them off the engine in order to have it,
all the rescue.
or the rest. And that, the forestry should be equipped.
So this is a matter of catching up on equipment that we
We
just
got a
don't
lot.
have.
Correct.
It is, there's a lot of catching up to do, but we're trying to do it in small stages. That's why we're trying to get as many grants as we
Yeah.
can.
Well, that's definitely appreciated because we're not used to seeing
I
budgets.
know you're not, but I
going
kept
up.
it separate from the regular budget.
And the good thing is going through the state, if we were to try to get this,
Yeah,
you know, not through the state, it'd be double.
yeah, so you,
Yeah, helmets, pants, all that.
I mean, you figure they're asking $114 for pants. I bought my pants not going through the state,
yeah,
and I paid almost $300 for a pair of pants. So so.
So we're getting good pricing from
You're
the
getting-
state.
The state helps us out on this.
Yeah,
They want us to be properly.
Shirts, they're asking $95. It's almost the same, it's almost half.
Same as the helmets that are on there. All the tools, we try to get them, right now, we're all set on the tools, Pulaski's and axles and stuff.
But the pump,
We haven't got a portable pump on there. They're $2,000 for a small
I know
portable
they
pump.
got.
so is that one of the things you're looking to buy is a portable pump, and that's
Yes.
included in the $8,000?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
And so that's just something you can go put into a water source somewhere if you're out in the middle of the
Yep.
woods fighting
Right.
fire?
Yep.
Yep.
We might even get one cheaper. We're gonna shop around some more.
Yeah,
They have, the portable pumps that we're looking at, they have two styles. So they have ones that are considered the portable, where you can actually wear them as backpacks and carry them with you as you go out.
okay.
So if you find a water source, you can actually use it while you're there. Or you can buy a little bit bigger one that you can still carry, but it's an actual portable pump where you can actually carry down banks, put in rivers, put in streams. And it allows you to not have to have a huge water source.
Yeah,
And it's something that, you know, being in the area that we're in, it's a necessity.
It's the other part of the
Yeah.
need is the fittings for the holes that we have. We got plenty of holes right now for the forestry, and we haven't got any clamps to shut the holes off, and so all of a sudden, somebody cut one with an axe or something, which happens, believe me, a
Yeah.
chainsaw, whatever. When you ever clamp that holes off, without getting on the radio and having them shut down the whole system, we can clamp on, get that hose out of there, put new holes on. The other thing we need is some water thieves. What it is, a 1-inch line goes through, and off to one side of it, we have a 3/4 inch small hose we can run. We're doing mop-ups as you're knocking the fire down. The crew can come in, that hook into the water thief. You take care of the mop-up, or we're still trying to get ahead of the fire above. The gloves, everybody needs a new pair of gloves, the $21 a piece to the state. The leather, the regular wildland with leather gloves. It'd be nice if we had a few extra pair in case somebody loses one, we can go back to the truck and have another, get another one.
well, I think it's very important to be well equipped
So we're trying to do,
for fighting these fires that may or may not occur. You know, we could spend all this money and nothing happens.
you don't know.
You don't know.
It's
That's
like
why we have insurance. You have to pay all that money for insurance, but if something happens and you
You
don't
got it.
have it, yeah.
Right now with the drought happening, it's gonna take quite a few years, I think, to get the water table back up. And with people that are just not paying attention, we've been about 6 times in this past week with illegal burn. We were again last night.
With an illegal burn.
Yep.
On Route 4.
On Route 4.
So
Yeah,
they weren't hiding it.
right.
No, they just didn't know. I said, you mean tell me you read the signs, you don't watch the news? It's been a constant battle with these people.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a group of campers, there's like 7, there's about 15, 20 people, like
Yeah.
7 campers. I said, you mean tell me, come right 93, you do not see the signs lit up, you have not seen the news? They found out on Facebook, we're looking for them, they put it out.
Yeah, yeah, I read all about that on Facebook.
Yeah. That's how we found out about it. People just need to call in and,
People don't realize that they should call 911, so they're asking
yeah,
what should
they're
they
not gonna
do?
get in trouble.
Well, they don't, you know.
We don't tell the neighbors or whatever who call it in.
No,
But
but,
it's none of anybody's business.
yeah, people just don't wanna, I guess they feel funny because they feel like they're telling on their neighbors or turning them in and,
Yeah,
actually, you know, in a situation like that, they're actually protecting everybody by, and, you know, and it sounds like we need this equipment in order to be able to do
that's
the
the
job
reason.
properly and not put the town in a situation where,
We're gonna try to rely on the state and other towns coming in to bail us out. We got resources there, but it takes time to get them here.
it does. And if they're ill-equipped, then we're putting the
knock
town
it
in
down.
a bad position. What do you do then? If you're ill-equipped and there's a fire going, you can't say, well, sorry, we're out of gloves,
Yeah.
we're leaving.
Yeah, that's a liability. I mean, I can't send a guy in without a pair of gloves on or a helmet.
Yeah, or whatever other
Boots,
equipment
whatever.
he needs.
And we've had to do it a
This has
couple of
been
times.
remiss in the budget, that's why we're getting
Mhm.
such a whack on it now.
Yeah, but like I said, we want to keep it separate from the regular budget.
The difference is you're going, not to sound harsh, but the people that were in the position before weren't really familiar with
What
the
they
forestry
need,
part
yeah.
of it, in that part. You got people coming aboard that have gone out west, have been dealing with this stuff. You know,
Other towns.
other towns, we know what equipment we need, and we just don't have it. And you can't always rely on your neighbors to come and bail you out. I mean, and that's what was happening before, was neighbors were coming and bailing them out.
I mean, other towns, fire departments,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because they didn't have the equipment. So, and this should, with this amount, should put us where we need
Get
to
us
be.
started with where we need to be for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, I've done my homework on getting, like, now in front of us, chainsaw, maybe she was done the ability, it's even better.
yeah.
I mean, we're shopping around.
So, and there's
Even Amazon, we check prices on.
yeah, you have to be careful with Amazon.
Yeah,
We
It's so
do,
cheap.
we do. I mean, we just got a carburetor from it because it was cheaper,
Yeah,
because it needed a new carburetor on the generator. And lucky enough, the person who bought it donated it to us.
these little bomb fills, huh?
Yeah, these are fire resistant chaps, which is important,
Yeah, I would think that'd be,
being on the fire line.
yeah.
I'd like to get 4 pairs of those, so we have 2 chainsaw crews going in. You gotta run 2 chainsaws, in case one chainsaw get downed up.
Mhm.
And the guy that's throwing the brush, we need to have one also,
Mhm.
so they can rotate back and forth between the two on one saw. I mean, these know what it's like to run a chainsaw.
Yeah.
8 hours, you get tired, don't you?
There were chaps.
Yeah.
Except for OSHA.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
you don't do
yeah.
it.
I don't know, Ed.
Don't say that too loud, or on the wrong people.
I know. I don't know, Ed.
Don't-
You run
don't-
chainsaw.
It's the same person coming to the next meeting.
I know.
I don't like
Okay.
chaps either, but I
I
understand.
wear 'em. I have
You
to.
know, when I work on cars.
When it comes to
You gotta wear chaps.
To the insurance, they're gonna, if something was to happen, they're gonna ask, were you wearing the right PPE?
Right.
And then, there's that chance of them saying, well, you weren't wearing your PPE, so guess what? You're on your own.
Insurance companies love saying that.
Yeah.
What they do?
Yeah.
What they do?
Take myself a chance on it for it. No idea what.
Trust me, I don't like them.
But being-
I wear them when I'm on the fire scene.
By being in town and stuff, you gotta be careful.
Right.
It's totally different than being like leave at home.
I wasn't in all my purpose of the highway department.
Oh, that's it.
Good thing you didn't get caught.
We would discuss that in another situation.
Okay. Go Oh. So this is looking like this is gonna be like a one-time hit.
I'm hoping it's gonna be a one-time hit, especially buying all the PPE all at once. Next year it should be down.
Yeah. I think that this
Get us-
initial is to get us to where we need to be, and then after that, it's, you're in
You're
a
managing.
cycle.
Yeah.
Right, so it's like a 5 to 7 year cycle, where, you don't have to worry about updating as much every year. You start out fresh, get everything that you need, and then that's when you set your budget, 5 to 7 years ahead of the time.
Right.
And say, this is when stuff starts to need to be replaced.
Yeah, you can start planning ahead.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we
Because
don't need, we
we're
don't,
playing catch up
we
right
don't
now.
need to buy 2 chainsaws next year.
Right.
We're gonna have it.
You're gonna buy 2 chains for a long time.
Right. That's
Well,
what I
that's-
mean.
that's what
I'm
we're
just saying,
saying.
that just does an example right there.
I mean, then all you're paying for is just service,
Maintenance.
maintenance and stuff like that, to make sure that they're staying where they need to stay. And then that drops the bottom line right there. It's just, getting us to where we need to be.
And we are still looking for other grants, with the drought, there might be something coming out down the road. We can get some more equipment that way.
And some of this you say may be offset by a grant?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, so what happens is the $8,000, so what happens is we put in our order of
Yeah.
whatever we want. And we tell them, okay, so what it is, it's like a 50/50 grant,
Yeah.
so
We gotta pay.
we paid the full price,
Yeah.
and then what they do is they reimburse you that up to I think it's like $3,600 or something like that.
35, and the
Or-
town.
So you gotta spend a minimum of 72 to get to 35 or whatever it is back.
35, we plan on 7,000, it's 3,500 is the limit.
Yeah,
Grafton's never applied for it before, and they looked at the towns and never done it before first.
good, well, then if we're.
I've been talking to the ranger.
On the list.
Right.
That's why I'm wondering why we haven't done this before, I guess
You don't know.
People don't know about it.
people don't know.
No.
So, now we're on the,
We're getting on,
we're on the right path now.
we are in the right path on a lot of stuff. Response and everything now.
I'm impressed with the response that you're getting.
We've had as many as 12 people on a Friday afternoon
That's pretty good.
responding out of the 19. We only got 2 of that aren't responding right now. I gotta have a little chat.
Having a fire, so to speak,
You're right.
Yeah,
not a
just
forest fire. And
the reasons why they're not,
Smash.
and good reasons. And
Okay.
we've done, like I mentioned you guys before, the cadet program is coming on. We've got 3 kids between the ages of 16 and 18. We're trying to get some young blood in here.
Well, it's a good idea to get young blood, because everywhere in the town, we need more young blood.
So,
So,
Yeah, you're behind.
yes.
Ed, what's your thoughts?
I just think it's a lot to try to swallow.
It's hard to look at.
It was hard for me to write it all down, believe me, but I want to get that 3,500 from the state, is what I really want to do. We may not be able to get it again for a few more years. That's on the challenge. With this drought, it's gonna be, we don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, we've been very lucky rather than large fires this year. We've been catching the small stuff.
So it's gonna be a one-time shot.
They're gonna go back down next year.
Oh, I know.
No, I know, well, I'm also a taxpayer, I just go back to the town, I mean, where I came from, they had an open checkbook, and my taxes kept going up and up and up, I mean, way up.
Right,
Wait,
but
you don't want to turn Grafton into another Anfield?
No. No.
I've heard for many, many years, it's a one-time shot. And I listen to, next year, that same department comes back. So I'm very gun shy, I'm sorry.
Video.
Been
No, it's
shot at
totally-
before.
Some video.
Totally
Yeah, I
understand.
don't care.
We can hold them. It's in minutes every year, too, so yeah, so. Seems like the truck has become more expensive than we were originally told, but.
The truck is still crazy. We need the equipment, even if we had all this on another truck. We've got a truck now that's got water and got the capability of carrying the stuff that we need.
Yeah, it is a very hard pill to swallow when you look at it.
It is, and one of the things that I see is the pump, all right? I can understand, yeah, you need the pump, but I look around and say, all right, how many water sources are close by that you're gonna use the pump?
These water sources, the ones that are back in Woodford, have a beaver pond or a small brook.
I understand that, but how, who's to say that what happens when you're not in an area?
I agree with you 100%.
yeah, you don't know where you're gonna
You
get
don't know where you're gonna end up. We could be up on the backside of a Hale Pond, where you can't get a truck into.
Yeah.
Get down and you got the pond, but you need something to pump the water up through the fire.
No, I understand that, but there's
Yeah.
also areas You could have a forest fire and have no water resource,
That's where the tankers come in.
right?
Yeah, it's, you gotta have the stuff to fight the fires, that's all there is, I mean, it's,
Oh, I agree.
yeah.
Just to get this moving. We can sit here and argue about this all day long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over the $8,000, get 3,500 back. Go to internal fund, so hopefully I'll offset taxes.
Yeah, I'm willing to go along with that.
Ed,
Thank you.
mileage reimbursement.
Yeah, we only got a couple people that put in for mileage, one person put in for mileage. Going to the meetings, training. The one person. He's not on the fire department, he's only a deputy warden, Mr. Cushing.
Right,
Why is he getting mileage reimbursement?
because it goes to the training.
He
For
went-
training.
Well, he has to go once every 3 years for the force, trying to keep
Yeah.
the deputy wife. I did not know about it until I found out.
You know, the best thing is, that black car out
Well,
there.
that was before I came on. That's why that's last year's.
Oh.
It got carried over.
Cause that's what the black car.
Yeah, that's why we go to the academy every weekend right now.
Yeah.
So, I just got that in case we need to have them for something, but if you need to scratch that, you can scratch it.
So take off the $100.
I ain't got a problem with it.
Take it off.
We just have to tell them, they're gonna have to say golden cow one there, just have to get reimbursed. We do that as much as we can.
I was gonna say, that's why they graded carpool.
Yeah.
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 But that was, something got carried over from last year, he didn't get reimbursed last year.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah,
We submitted paperwork though, right?
yeah,
Just didn't get
yeah.
requested.
Wages.
That was in case we had to, pay another town, that's not in the mutual aid agreements. In case we have somebody come in from southern part of the state.
Shit.
Yeah. But that can get some of that reimbursed by the state, we have to do the paperwork on all that.
Yeah, anytime you have
I thought that was all reimbursed by the state.
so
We got
Or that
reimbursed.
you have to pay up front.
Yeah.
So basically, if we had like a mass casualty type thing where we had to have people coming from outside of the Upper Valley, they would come in, we would have to pay that department, whatever it is, and then what we do is we would
Which is-
file with the state, which you get reimbursed by whatever tech trucks you're using, department, the people, and then what that does is it comes back to the town.
We hope it never gets used, believe me, it's like insurance, and it doesn't even begin to tell what would be needed of. We're trying to keep it in the
I mean, it's kind of similar to like the helicopter that they have staged. I mean, that's that, just to get that thing up in the air is like 20 grand an hour. So, you know, and you're looking at $1,000. I mean, not that, that's not a lot, but I'm just
Because it's
saying.
about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gives you enough to turn it on,
Right.
Just
or
to
to
see-
look at it.
Just to see the light underneath the skin.
Right. So, it's basically, that's just an insurance buffer in case we ever had that there. Is basically what we were thinking about with that. Fuel, we left the same.
Wait a second.
Oh, sorry.
We guys get an issue with that?
No, I'm okay with that. I hear a rattle.
Fuel, you haven't used any yet?
I don't know, we fuel up at the town shed.
What are you putting on your slip? Are you putting
We
fire
put on-
department or are you putting fire warden?
Whatever vehicle goes on, right on it. If it's engine too.
So I'm wondering if Sam's picking up as fire department, not fire
I don't
warden.
know.
You might be clearing